It has been such a joy today to spend the day with all of you guys. As I look at all the loving faces, my heart is filled with gratitude. Thank you all so much for coming and spending this Saturday with us. A deep, heartfelt thank you to each of the presenters, to individuals who did the cooking demos and the wellness sessions, and to all the volunteers who helped us put this retreat together. This would not be possible without the wonderful volunteers and presenters. And as Maya mentioned, no one has charged us any money for sharing their talents and guidance today. Munish and I are thankful and humbled by your generous contributions. If I could ask all the volunteers and presenters to join us on the stage and be recognized for their outstanding contributions, please. And if we can have one of you take a picture so Maya could come in too. She's been handling so many things. Dave him.
Come on, get up here. He's almost taller than you, isn't he? Come right here.
Katie.
That'll work.
Squeeze. Here, we'll get down. Come on. Maybe some people can come down here.
Oh, yes.
Raja.
Yep, I can do that.
Raja.
Yep. You want me to come? Thank you. And before I hand off the phone to Dr. M, I have a very special announcement, a surprise to share with all of you. Here's my slide. Oh, how do I share my surprise?
It should work now. No, well, we can just click it. How's that?
Thank you. All right, so save the date. We want you guys back here April 13, 2024 for our next final retreat, actually, by Peaceful Planet Foundation, with the keynote speaker being Munish and mine favorite hero, Dr. Neil Barnard. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Thank you all so much for being here. You've made this a really wonderful and memorable day. Before I let you guys go, I just want to share a few thoughts. We've heard the evidence for human health. It is crucial that we move away from the standard American diet and minimize processed foods and animal foods and move towards a diet that is centered around whole plants. As many of the speakers have pointed out, such an eating pattern will give us health, vitality, and abundance. And it holds the promise to stem the tide of obesity, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, and so many other diseases plaguing our society. In previous retreats, other speakers have shown us the connection between our food choices and the devastation of the environment. If you look at peer-reviewed medical literature, there's no question in 2023 that reducing our consumption of animal foods will undoubtedly improve our planetary health. Reducing our consumption of animal foods and a kinder eating pattern, and this pattern of eating is a kinder choice when it comes to the animals. Action that is kind or compassionate towards ourselves often also happens to be compassionate to Mother Earth. As Dr. David Katz points out, all these things don't have to align. A diet that is healthy for us could be one that causes the most devastation to our ecosystems, to our environment. But fortunately, this is not the case. Everything does align, and perhaps the journey for all of us is to feel this alignment in the very core of our being. Only then can our actions truly align with our values and our deepest aspirations. Only then can we truly connect with our true nature. We can come back home and renew this connection with our own self, with each other, with Mother Earth, and all the sentient beings on this planet. To feel this connection with our true self, our highest self, at least from our perspective, another component is crucial, and that of mindfulness. Only when we can pause and allow our mind to rest in the present moment do we have the opportunity to see things clearly. By being present, by bringing awareness to the present moment, by resting in that awareness, being open, curious, non-judgmental with whatever is, gives us the opportunity to have a skillful response to any situation rather than react in the usual or habitual way. This is the promise of mindfulness. By seeing things clearly, we can see our strengths and shortcomings. We can slowly start to bring ourselves into alignment with our true nature. And this connection cannot happen forcibly or by guilting or shaming ourselves or others. This is a journey that is girded by self-compassion and strengthened by community. From all of us at Peaceful Planet, we want to thank all of you for being our community, for being on this path with us. We hope today has inspired you to bring more mindfulness into your day and more plants onto your plate. Finally, I invite you to just take a brief pause with me for maybe a minute or two. Would you guys be okay taking a brief pause with me for a minute or two? So if everyone can just kind of sit, and maybe you can bring your feet so they're like touching the ground. And if possible, bring your back away from the chair. You can lower your gaze or look down, whatever feels appropriate, whatever your body's calling for right now. And just take a pause and just listen to the body. What is it trying to tell us? If there's any tension, if there's any joy, whatever the present moment brings with it, just be with it for a moment. And if it feels good, you can raise your shoulders to the ceiling, to the back of the room, and really settle in. We're just going to do a very brief mindfulness exercise. So breathing in, we're going to note that we're breathing in. Breathing out, we're going to note that we're breathing out. And as you guys are doing this, and I'll walk you through the exercise in a minute, you will notice that at some point, your mind is going to wander. And that is perfectly normal, natural. But if you can get a few breaths where your mind stays still, stays in the present moment, stays on the breath, you're building the muscle of attention. If the mind wanders and you realize that the mind has wandered, you're bringing awareness, you're strengthening the muscle of awareness. You're being aware that the mind has wandered. And the next step, if you can bring it back gently, without any judgment, without any frustration, then you're building the muscle of self-compassion. And that's the whole journey, just being present with whatever is and be willing to start again over and over. So just for maybe a minute or two, we can observe our breath, and if the mind wanders, just be kind and compassionate and come back to the present moment. Please repeat in your mind, may I be safe, happy, healthy, and peaceful. May all beings be safe, happy, healthy, and peaceful. May I forgive all beings for any harm they may have caused me, knowingly and unknowingly. May all beings forgive me for any harm I may have caused, knowingly and unknowingly. May all be happy, may all be happy, may all be happy. On behalf of everyone at Peaceful Planet, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Obrigada.